Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. You are tuning in to another episode of
The Protect the PUNAN Pod.
Hi guys.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's poppin'? What's going on? What's tea?
How are you guys? I hope you guys are staying warm.
Alright.
It's getting
Actually,
cold.
the weather's been kind of crazy.
It's cold outside.
It's cold now, but the beginning of this month was kind of warm.
It's actually, the weather here in New York has been super stupid. In the mornings it's been freezing, and then throughout the day it gets hotter.
Hot.
And in the evening it gets brick again. So it's been crazy.
Everybody's confused when you walk the streets. Everybody's wearing all kind of different stuff.
I saw a family in shorts and tank tops.
Then you turn your head and you see people in down coats and bubble jackets
and hats
and scarves.
Last night I was out and it was freezing, and I had a hoodie on and some stuff. I said, tomorrow I'm pulling out my coats. So today I had a coat. It was freezing this morning. Now it's 50 degrees outside.
The day before Halloween, wasn't it nice? And then the next day it was cold.
It's been crazy trying to keep up with this weather here in New York, but you know, let's just all stay up on our vitamins and everything like that.
Everybody got time for getting sick.
And talking about pneumonia and all of that. We don't got time for that.
Absolutely not.
But yes, yeah.
That's it.
It's November. Thanksgiving is almost here. We like 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. It feels like October went by dumb fast.
Super fast. It's crazy.
But I'm ready. I am ready for the holidays. Like, oh, like I just love like Christmas time. Like the whole feeling. Like I love it. I think a part of it is like because it's like it gives you like a nostalgic feeling a little bit, and then it's like it's just like a really nice time. Like you know, but me personally, I'll be over the winter after the holidays is over. So, and
I feel like it gets the coldest at the top of the year.
For
January,
sure.
February. It'd be like,
January,
what
February,
is happening?
January, February.
That cold is something crazy. I don't got time.
I mean, but we from New York, so we're used to like winters.
I don't know. I feel like it's still a kick. Like.
It is. It do be a kick. But last year it wasn't that bad. Actually, it was cold New Year's Eve. The year before New Year's Eve was hot. It was crazy. Because we didn't have no coats on and we didn't need them.
It be picking and choosing.
Last year it was freezing.
It was like, we was skinning out. What year was that?
Yeah, that was like 2020.
I didn't have nothing on my legs.
It was not cold. It was like 50 degrees.
The beginning of this year we played.
Unbelievable.
We didn't have no clothes on. Well,
we didn't wear nothing, but we was in Uber, so it didn't matter.
Right? Yeah, but
it was cold as shit. It was cold,
crazy.
And then people standing on that line, we didn't.
I honestly, I thought, you know what? I really thought he was gonna spend New Year's on the line. I was like, damn, it's mad kids out here.
You said that? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I went right to the front. Excuse me. No, we did not spend our time outside on the line on New Year's Eve. We was inside in the warmth.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was an iconic.
It was.
Iconic look. Iconic.
It's iconic.
Everything. And night. Everything. Night. We had a blast though. It was feeling really great.
Did. It was fun.
Oh. Yes. Now we're going to get into the banger. The banger, the tunes.
Song of the week.
Song of the week, baby.
Kaylin, what's your song of the week?
My song of the week now. Oh, if you know me, you know I love me some Kehlani. It's Form of You.
Okay.
Featuring Child of Nine. She's a poet. Iconic, amazing. Shut It Down.
Iconic song.
And Destin Buki.
If y'all have not listened to Kehlani,
that song
mixtape that she just dropped recently,
listen,
give it a listen.
Playing around.
Top tier.
Top
tier. If you don't know, now you know.
Now I'm not gonna lie. When I saw a third name on a song for the first time with Destiny and Kehlani, I was a little annoyed. You know what I mean? Because if you know, we've been waiting for them to sing on a song together. Not work on a song, sing on a song together for like too long. Ridiculous. But when I heard the poet, she shut it down. I said, okay.
Yes,
it needed...
Her name is Child of Nines.
It needed her. It needed her in the beginning because...
At first I thought it was Jill Scott
I thought it was because if you know Susia, because I said her proper name.
Right.
You thought that she has like a Jill sound. Very like soulful, you know, like it just makes you want to listen to what she's saying.
Yeah. I
love a girly with a sultry tone. Oh, and if she got a little rasp on it, top tier. But yeah, every part was needed. Listen, I'll never question Kehlani. She knows what she's doing.
Yes.
Listen, the whole chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. We ate down at the end. He shut it down at the end. Took us home with it. Has you in your bag.
I do wish Justin's part on that song was a little bit.
Yeah, Kehlani did have a lot to get off her chest, but it's alright. It's alright. Yeah. It makes sense. We love it.
I wish it was Dustin's part was a little bit longer, just a little bit, but he ate regardless. Like the little bit of time he had,
he shut it down. Yeah, he made sure he got everything he needed to get out.
His big one for
Definitely
sure.
His big one, but yeah, that is a really great song. Listen to that whole mixtape. Beautiful. It's really good for the season too. It's giving, you know, sexy
Kehlani ate the up. Like that shouldn't even be a mixtape. It should be an album for real, because I don't know, it got mixed reviews on TikTok. I wasn't really understanding what the like issues was.
I don't,
but I'm also an R&B girly, and if it sound right, I'm not really looking for too many mistakes. Like I'm not trying to pick apart personally,
but we listen hard to music,
right? But I feel like some people was like just finding it like, oh, this should have been like this, and sonically and all of this. Like, I was trying to pick it apart like that. I don't even know enough about certain to even be picking it apart. Yeah, I'm not picking the songs apart. They sound good. I love R&B. I'm an R&B neo soul lover. Neo soul first, but I am a neo soul R&B girl. So listen, if it sound right. I'm not really trying to hear too much else. And Kehlani ate with that.
And you know what's crazy? When we talk about neo soul and R&B, I realized that I didn't really grow up around that much neo soul. I feel like I found that looking like really listening to music hard and listening to R&B, I just went into neo soul. That was like me on my own. Because when I play neo soul around my mother, she like, what is that?
You know, my parents was neo soul down. Like that's what we listened to in my house. Like that's why I love it so much. Like neo soul, a lot of neo soul music reminds me of my childhood. Like
I feel like I definitely discovered that on my own, and I haven't got me in a chokehold to this day. Yeah. But yeah, listen to that whole mixtape, cause she does this shit in her sleep.
Listen, okay.
And she proved that, cause with Crash, I was like, what? It grew on me, it did, but with the album that she came back with initially, and her whole tour was based off of it, I was like, it grew on me, but Love at First Here.
Yeah.
Listen to While We Wait 2.
While We Wait 2 is like, I was listening to that for the first time, and I'm really like getting better at like listening to albums full out, because I was just like skim through, and like if it catches me, then I'll like save the song. Yeah. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen to this album full out, because I feel like I be doing that and then I be missing gems because I don't be listening to everything. Yeah. So I listened to it and it was like no skips. I was like, whoa, like,
you know how many times I missed the banger. Yeah. Or like I don't like the whole album, then the last song or last two be crazy. Yeah. That happened too many times for me to not listen to a whole album. You got to listen to the whole thing. But
yeah, put her foot in it.
But yeah, what's your banger of the week?
My banger of the week is gonna go to Mr. Lionel. Is that his name?
Lionel?
Wait. I'm bugging.
Mr. Lionel. Who's that?
My banger of the week is gonna go to Mr. Leon Thomas, okay?
I'm keeping that in there.
No,
okay.
I mean, you can. It was a Jamaican accent that made me go there. It made me go into Lionel instead of Leon. I don't know why. I Do by Mr. Leon Thomas. Ooh. I really, really like this song. When it comes to just listening to men make music and music that I like, you know, I really can't really get too caught up on the lyrics, because sometimes it's like, you know, like I hear a lyric and I'm just like,
yeah.
But the song sounds amazing. I just don't, you know, again, try not to pick apart the lyrics and like, because I will start spiraling and have a think piece listening to something. So
definitely,
I just Gotta take the song for what it is. Listen, it's a good listen. It sounds amazing. He sounds great. I'm so happy that we're getting to hear more of his music and him singing, because he's really good.
He's amazing.
So yeah,
that's another album.
Yeah,
banger. Listen to that.
It's busting.
Don't give me the line. I can't think of the name. I could think of the songs that I listen to religiously off that album, but I can't think of the name right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but
of the album.
Yes,
Mr. Leon Thomas. Mm-hmm. Is it called Mutt? It's not called Mutt.
I think that's a single.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, I think
it is called Mutt because it has a dog on the cover. It could be.
Wait, I think it's
Mutt.
Mutt. Yeah.
Oh, it is called Mutt. Okay. But that makes sense because the cover is a dog.
Yeah, so Mr. Leon Thomas, Mutt.
You ate down and been eating.
Yeah.
Listen, stop playing with Mr. Leon.
I'm here for all the writers coming out with their own music.
Definitely Ray. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
The writers that coming out and they're not playing.
Nija, I think that's the name. Jayla. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
They got some Grammys everywhere.
All the writers. Come on, show us.
Yes.
It's your time to shine.
Because they don't disappoint.
Let's do it.
Okay.
But yes.
Well, let's get into what's on the mod.
What's on our mod? Y'all.
What's on the mod today?
I've been rewatching Gossip Girl. I done rewatched. Okay. This is my 50th time rewatching Gossip Girl. That's just the type of girl I am. I have comfort shows. Mm-hmm. Some movies, but I'm definitely more of a series kind of girl. You know, I like to have a lot to watch. And if you're looking for a good watch, like a very girly like type of watch, Gossip Girl is that. Especially if you're from New York, you're gonna like that. Like, if you've never watched Gossip Girl. But I've been watching Gossip Girl since high school. And it actually, like, it was like on its final years when I was in high school. And then I just found out about it through some friends. And then I started binge watching it on Netflix. And like, that's just one of my comfort shows. That's a great watch if you want to have something to binge watch. Now, when I was in high school and I was watching, I was about to say, and I was watching Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
I loved Blair Waldorf. I idolized Blair Waldorf. Like, I still love Blair Waldorf. She's such like a boss chick, but I'm starting to realize some things about her that's kind of like, was you a boss chick and you really had a lot of potential, and I'm gonna tell y'all why she wasted her potential. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, okay? I love Blair, and I loved Blair, and I thought her and Chuck's love was like, it was just so intense, and I was just like, oh, like,
I gotta rewatch.
That's the type of love I wanted. Like, I'm like, oh, I want somebody to love me like Chuck. Not now. Beware of the well-dressed degenerate.
Yeah, but wait. Chuck was a degenerate for real. But I gotta rewatch it because I haven't watched it since middle school. I was mad young, and I probably definitely would peep things that I didn't peep now. That I would peep now, but yeah, I feel like if you're tapped in and you paying attention beyond the setup, you see the character, you see all past that. All the like money and drip down. I don't care about none of that. How are you stepping to me? How are you talking to me? That's what I'm paying attention to. Now, do I want somebody who knows how to dress and look decent and put a little something on? Yeah, but those dressed down to a T, usually they want to be courted and have them, you know, people buy them flowers and take them out and be passenger princesses. They want to compete with you and all of that. That's what that be giving. Not all the time, but enough times for me to be turned off. But yeah, what do you think about that?
Chuck Bass was a degenerate in his mind and in his actions. He was very well off because his father was rich, and you know his father passed his riches on to him.
Right.
Blair as well, because her mother was a very successful fashion designer. But this nigga was a degenerate from the get-go. Number one, he refused to say that he loved her for dumb long, for years. Number two, he like basically traded her for a hotel. I'm not gonna put too many spoilers. I don't want y'all to know what's what. So basically exchanged her body, tried to like trade her body for like for his own benefit. He waged war on her plenty of times, sabotaging her career, her schooling, and she just chased behind this man, putting all of her smarts and all of her potential to the side to run behind this motherless degenerate who did not know how to love a woman because he did not have his mother. His mother wasn't in his life. I don't want to put too many spoilers. And his father was a degenerate too. And it's just so sad. Like,
I mean, I think that's a classic though. I feel like you could give, context, like a little more detail. No? I mean,
it's not really necessary. That's basically the gist of it. And he just constantly, but she sabotaged herself as well. It's like, I feel like Blair has such huge potential. I feel like she had a lot of leader qualities, even though she needed to refine some of her qualities, so that she wouldn't get in her own way with her like vengefulness and all of like stuff like that. But she had a lot of potential to run a business, to be extremely successful.
But she decided to run behind a man.
Early years, in her later high school years, in her early adult years, running behind a man who was a degenerate and who she had to constantly convince to express his feelings, to open up to her, to act like he had some sense, just like being his mothering him. It was just like, wow. And it's like, no matter how much money a man has, no matter how well he dresses, it is all about how he treats you and the respect that he shows you. Just because somebody wears a suit or has a certain amount of money does not mean that they're not a degenerate. Degenerates have a look, like, especially where we from in the hood, a degenerate has a look. So you could spot a degenerate, right? But in other settings, a degenerate can be wearing a suit.
It's all the above, yeah.
A degenerate could be J. Crew down.
Yeah.
A degenerate could be YSL down.
Yeah.
But his mind is of a degenerate, misogynistic, opportunistic, selfish.
But I feel like I said in the beginning, I really think we see past that. Like, if you really got your thinking caps,
it's all about actions.
You're not impressed by none of that. It's like, okay, that's cute and all, and it's so when you're just out in general, and it's like giving like, oh, look at me, like having keys dangled in your face and whatnot, like yeah, look at what I got. I don't give a damn. What's that mental like?
And the thing is,
what's your what's your character like?
Financially and status wise, they were equally yoked, but mentally they were not. She had no business, especially with her having her own abandonment issues with her father. I don't know what it was. Like, she was just trying to get the love from this man, like, over and over and over. And then she also had many opportunities, many men that she also had relationships with throughout the show,
and that's another
who
thing.
Treated her y'all will see, literally, like, treated her like a princess. You will block. You will stay with a degenerate and keep denying men and people that are showing you how you should be treated. It's like women, it don't matter what you're, and we get to see this in real life too. Like, it don't matter what the woman's status is, how beautiful she is. Like, some women really just be, and I know it comes from like childhood issues and stuff like that, and everybody doesn't explore those things for themselves, and you really should. But it's like, it really just like, it'll be the most beautiful, talented, have her whole life ahead of her type of women, and it's like, how do you end up in these situations with these men? Yeah. And it's like, it don't matter what the man look like. He could have a lot of money. A lot of us, we all gotta have a certain amount of money. Yeah, that's, you want to have a man who got his shit together some type of way, but it's like, that don't mean that he's not a degenerate. Okay, I know stable degenerates. I know people with money who are degenerates. Okay, that does not It doesn't mean anything.
And
it does not mean nothing.
Literally.
So, ladies, I'm telling you here, go rewatch Gossip Girl. If you watched it already.
Yeah.
Watch it for the first time. It's a great watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna leave you with this. Beware of the well-dressed degenerates. Okay, I think that's gonna be the title too.
Definitely.
Beware of the well-dressed degenerates.
Beware of them degenerates in suits and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of degenerates and dating equally yoked degenerates, right? I want to get into a movie. Okay, come on with the show and the movie suggestions. Gossip Girl, now this. Fair Play.
Oh.
Yeah, now this is a movie, Kicked Us Clean. We watched it a minute ago, but it was suggested to me. I said, oh, the girls need to know. On Netflix. Watch that. It is about a couple that work together at a farm, I believe. And let's just say it gets messy. You know, it's a lot of, I don't want to spoil it.
Basically, it's about women being successful and their partner's ego not being able to handle it.
Basically. And
I think that women have to be especially careful about being with men who have very big egos. Because a lot of times men with big egos be in competition with you.
Jealous of you. Threatened by your success. Weird stuff going on.
And it could be dangerous depending on the type of man he is.
And my thing is, I was gonna say, just overall, don't date like people at your workspace.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that. But even if, I feel like in that movie, he's probably still would have been, if he was doing a completely different occupation, I think it still would have been an issue.
Yeah, he couldn't handle
success.
A lot of men cannot handle women's success. They cannot handle a woman doing better than them. I think men are okay. Men who have big egos are okay with the woman that they have having a good career, doing well, as long as she's not doing better than him.
And that's weird.
And it's because their egos can't handle it. And that movie depicted it so well. Yeah. And it depicted it in a way where it's very cautionary.
Yeah.
It depicted it in a very cautionary way.
And scary way. Like, how far will you go? Or how ugly can it get? Like,
it can show me how
you really feel.
And how dangerous it is to be with a man who's competing with you. Because if that man has any type of violent tendencies, or even if he don't, he can try to take his anger out on you in many ways. We know that a lot of men express anger in intimate times with their partner. And a lot of women have talked about it and how they feel like icky or something, like after doing a sexual act, but it's like because they were being handled aggressively.
Yeah, with love.
And a lot of men will take out their anger on women
during intercourse.
They will do it. Or, just getting physical, pushing, shoving, anything like that.
Shoving, verbal abuse,
all of that.
Downplaying your achievements.
Yes, all of that is a red flag. Yeah. If he never can congratulate you, if he wants to talk down on you.
When you're at the peak of your career, sabotaging you with a baby, getting you pregnant.
And what do they call that?
Trapping you?
No, there's a word for it.
There's a word for it. Oh, I didn't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
But yeah, and when I say this,
it is reproductive abuse.
Reproductive abuse. That's what it is.
And that can be in a form of a man poking holes in contraception, tampering with your contraception, not exiting before ejaculation when y'all have agreed upon that. Tracking your periods so that they know when to do certain things that you don't want them to do.
Yeah, all the above.
That is all reproductive abuse, and men who are jealous of you,
and
they take part in it.
It's always
and they claim that that women be trying to trap men, but men are trying to trap women just as much. Right now, if that's the case,
they know. Usually, when I see that dynamic, it's usually a man who really nobody's looking at him and he's nothing without that woman.
Or without that woman, he just wouldn't be as big of a deal as he is.
Yeah, like that baby is keeping you relevant.
That baby is keeping you tied to that woman. And a lot of times, men, they abuse women reproductively so that they can stay in her life or continue to keep her, stationary. So that she's not growing and excelling. She's always pregnant. She's always having a baby. She can't do shit that she need to do for herself, for her career.
But on the flip side, I feel like, ladies, we have to put our thinking caps on and use our discernment.
Yes.
I'm holding y'all accountable too. He would not be able to do those things
if you didn't
let him. There's too many options of contraception and all kind of things. You are letting it happen.
And I also understand, like, ending pregnancy is not an option for everyone, but like, your morals and stuff like that. So a man can do those things to you sneakily, and maybe that's just not an option for you.
True.
But ladies, our discernment has to be higher. We cannot keep blaming everything on a man. There are situations where we are in control, where we can put a stop to a situation and we notice that something is off, but we continue to ignore it and just let things build up and build up and build up, and then before you know, you got 4 kids. You ain't did shit for yourself. You ain't go back to school like you said you wanted to. You ain't released that music you said you wanted to. You ain't dropped that brand. You didn't go get that job.
You didn't get your license, your beauty license.
Start that charity. You didn't, all kind of shit, because you just ignoring shit. Got a man around you draining your energy, your life force, impregnating you,
sucking your energy dry,
and then treating you like shit when you pregnant and after you have the baby. Not giving a fuck about your mental state, postpartum care, none of that. Don't give a. Ladies, we have to get smarter and use our discernment. You can't say, "Oh, it was him. It was him. It was him. It was him."
No, it was you too.
In a lot of cases, you are a willing participant.
Hello,
and you have to take just as much accountability as they do, because in a situation where it's consensual, you have the option to say no. You have the option to not engage. You have the option to not pick up the phone.
But let's stop ignoring those red flags, because when it really
that having a nigga baby is going to change him and make him treat you better, because it's not. He's going to treat you worse. Do y'all know that that the most dangerous time for a woman is when she's pregnant? The chances of femicide go up exponentially when a woman is pregnant. And so y'all keep just having babies for these niggas and thinking that that's going to change something. You're putting yourself in danger every kind of way.
You think you're different? No, that nature that you saw when y'all were messing around with each other in the early stages, that's who he is. Believe it. Believe him when he shows you who he is. And it don't take long for them to show their true colors. Believe it. There's little things here and there that you're just like, oh, being a lawyer, oh, that's just how he is. That's just...
I'm so scared. Bitch, I'm so scared of ignoring a fucking red flag. I will call a nigga and tell him I'm done.
It be the women...
And never speak to him again.
It be the women that's like, I don't know what happened. Like, he wasn't always like this.
You knew.
Girl, don't lie.
You knew.
You knew he was a degenerate from the jump.
And you knew after baby number 1. You knew when he treated you like shit when he was pregnant with baby
after that. 1. You knew after that date. You knew that one thing he said during that date, and it gave you pause, and you ignored it.
The first time he cheated.
And you know what? Men are not stupid. They know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what they're doing, and they keep testing you, and you keep failing and letting them. You teaching them how to treat you. Yeah. Most cases.
Gotta take accountability.
Let's wake it up. Let's wake it up, please, and
they
thank you.
Are gonna do what you allow. Allow, your boundaries that you don't uphold.
But that jealousy thing,
scary.
It's very scary and too common.
Yep.
It's weird. Listen, men are who they are, ill, but let's nobody's gonna save us. You gotta save yourself, and especially if you got kids.
Save yourself,
especially if you got kids.
And especially, listen, you gotta save yourself, but sometimes you don't even gotta save yourself. You be having a friend, a family member, somebody's telling you.
Oh yeah, and you
don't listen.
No, but see, that's when
And in that case, you got what your hand called for, because you don't listen. Y'all don't listen.
And see, and from the person who on the outside that cares about that person, that woman, that's when you gotta step back. Because if I care about you more than you care about yourself, I'm wasting my breath here. You just gotta fuck around and find out, and you will indeed fuck around and find out. Yeah, because it's a waste of breath. Anybody got time for that shit?
Yeah, really?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna shut up because
I'm not stressing myself out.
Absolutely
Baby,
not.
If you like it,
you like it.
Nah.
I don't love it. I don't got nothing to do with it.
For you, and I'm not about to stress myself out.
Absolutely not. Yeah, save yourself.
Get away from these niggas, and
open
when you get warned, when your mother tells you,
shut that mouth.
When your mother say, I don't know
about him, because the mothers be knowing.
It's something about that nigga.
He's your a little
friend
off.
Tell you, your friend start saying, so what did you say he did? What you said?
That didn't give you pause.
I don't know about that.
That didn't take you back a little bit.
Listen, and if you feel like you gotta hide secrets and you can't tell your friend or your mother something, whenever you shouldn't be doing it. Whenever you start hiding, you know you're in the wrong situation. If you gotta hide it, if you scared to tell somebody about it, because you scared about how they're gonna react, you know it's wrong.
And you need to go put your cookies on the shelf and sit your
literally, and that doesn't mean jump to the next dick.
Exactly. No, actually sit down. Read a book. Find a hobby. Something. Y'all be acting like y'all can't survive without it.
Listen.
Y'all need to touch some grass.
Keep your third eye open.
Okay.
You gotta nigga around you. You need to be vetting, and you need to be observing all of his reactions.
And you know what's so crazy?
How he reacts when you do well, how he reacts when you do bad, how he reacts when you cry, how he reacts when he's mad, how he reacts when you're mad. All of that stuff needs to be taken into consideration. Okay. You need to be observant, vigilant. Okay.
Very vigilant. Listen. But y'all gonna do what y'all do, but don't say protect the PUNAN didn't tell y'all.
Don't say I ain't never told you nothing.
This is free game.
And listen, this is on the YouTube, so you could rewind it and listen to it again. Okay. If you didn't get it the first time.
Save this video, or maybe just this clip, because this will be a clip. When you feel the urge, imagine us in your head. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
And see, I'm so glad I'm mature, because it's a certain way that I be wanting to say things. But I know that's not right.
It's not nice. And you know, but I mean, some of y'all do need it dished out in that way, because you got a problem, hearing problem. But sometimes, you know, I don't gotta, listen, I'm gonna choose my battles. I can just
tell you. All I can do is tell you.
And you do what you do.
And hope that you care enough about yourself. We just gotta hope that you care. I mean, but I'm not gonna lose no sleep over it, babe.
Definitely not.
But I'ma just hope that you care enough about yourself to look out for yourself and for your future children, and really think hard about having kids with men, because or sharing your life with a man and you don't know them very well, or there's red flags there, because 9 times out of 10 you had a sign that you ignored, and y'all don't be wanting to admit that. Y'all don't be wanting to admit that there was something off. But the women who do admit it, I commend you. I commend you for admitting that you ignored red flags. The women who actually admit that they ignored the red flags, I commend you for admitting that. Because a lot of women will do the thing where they just want to blame the person, but it's like, you stayed.
And it's like, I don't know, maybe it's because they be embarrassed, but girl, I feel like embarrassment is a choice. If you feel embarrassed, then you're gonna be embarrassed. I feel like
I get it. I get shame. Shame is a very real feeling.
But we all been there, though.
Shame is very real, but at some point we gotta get real. Okay? Because if we cannot acknowledge what we did wrong, how can
how can we move forward?
You running from it. You can't fix it if you're running from it.
And one thing about it, you can run from it, but you can't hide it.
That thing and work on it.
You can't hide it. Somebody gonna be like, "What's that back there behind?"
And if you don't, it's gonna come out again. You're gonna repeat it.
Boo! I'm back.
Listen to that. Listen, one thing my mother will tell me, and I'm gonna tell you. You listen to that little voice in your head, because every time you ignore it,
don't lie.
Every time you ignore it, something is gonna go down. If your intuition is saying this nigga look a little crazy. This nigga gets a little too mad at little things. He's punching the TV when he lose a video game.
Yeah.
He's kicking shit when he don't get a promotion. He's throwing shit. He's screaming at you.
He don't know how to regulate.
Or he's screaming at you over the 2K or whatever the hell it's called, the WNBA 2K games, whatever the that is. Listen, he's smacking the computer over the Twitch.
Or you venting to him and how you just so frustrated and he's just looking at you, not hugging you, not trying, not providing no solutions. He's just looking at you.
If you are getting a weird vibe,
or he's saying, "Wow, that's crazy."
If you are getting any kind of weird vibes from a nigga, you need to get away from him.
Get away from him, please.
Because he gonna show you exactly what that little feeling was sooner or later.
That's what everything about KB. They be wilding out. He got.
You better hope to God you don't get pregnant by this fool. And he a little crazy. They ramp it up when you get pregnant, and you in a very vulnerable position. You can't be dealing with no crazy nigga.
That part. Shout out to KB because he got patience of Joe, child. I couldn't do it. There was some ridiculous stuff going on. He's another one.
I get why he only does it three times a week.
I get it too. Me, it would be once a week.
I can't even watch him 3 times a week.
I can't even watch it because they was cutting up yesterday.
I can't watch it 3 times a week.
Watch his lives.
Calling up saying the same dumb.
And now I understand why he don't take nobody under 21 because they could just listen and solve their whatever foolishness they're going through.
They don't want to listen.
They could just listen.
Don't want to listen.
They don't need to come up and talk about it because it's foolishness. They could just learn from the older people still doing dumb shit.
You know what? And I get it. Like, emotions are not on the paper. Like, you can't move from here to here to here, and it's not that simple. You know, people feel a certain way, but I feel like, you know, when you ignore red flags and when you constantly just allow, you have to realize that you are as responsible for the outcome as the person who did the stuff to you. When you were aware of what was going on, you cannot just blame it all on them.
You can't.
You have to take responsibility for your actions. We all grown. We all making decisions at the end of the day.
Okay.
And so if you choose to ignore things and then you end up in a crazy position, I'm not victim blaming. I'm not saying you deserve that. But what I am saying is you could have avoided it.
What's on that month?
So, I want to talk about birthdays. Okay? Girl birthdays. Whenever the topic of birthdays come up on social media, it seems to be like a very big divide between people who just want to go all out, all in, want to do just as much as they can for their friends, and like people who feel like they should not be obligated to do anything for their friends. Like, they should just do what they want to do, and like they should not feel bad for not being able to do exactly what their friends want to do. My whole thing is this. Number one, I guess it just depends on how important your birthday is to you. That's what it's starting to give. Like, I feel like people whose birthday is not that important to them, they don't take other people's birthday seriously. And
I feel like, I think it's natural to just do what you would do for yourself, or like how you feel about it for your friend. But I think that's when you'll see how good the communication is between friends. Like for example, like there's things that's not that deep to me that are deep to you, or vice versa, but I'm mindful of that, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to you, I'm gonna act accordingly, but I don't expect you I expect you to tailor it to how I feel about things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if a birthday's not that deep to me, but you don't play, when September come, I'm not playing, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that hard, but I feel like the back and forth is just like, oh, if it's not that deep to me, then it's not that deep.
Oh, people have stuff going on in their life, stuff be happening. Okay, something's not happening every time my birthday comes around every year.
It's giving
like,
you,
what the you talking
it's
about?
really giving hater, and you can't take the attention
happening. People have life.
Bye.
So every year around my birthday, life is going on. Something is a problem.
It's always something, or
y'all be capping. Like, y'all don't really give a fuck about your friends. Some of y'all really don't talk about your friends for real, because I think it's either you don't care about your friends, or birthdays aren't important to you, so you don't care about other people's birthdays. Is this?
Listen.
If my birthday is important to me and I let you know that as my friend, you know, every year around this time I'm gonna want to do something, okay?
And not only
I don't expect my friends to I don't expect every single person that I invite out somewhere to have it, to be ready to spend a boatload of money.
It don't even be like that.
Exactly. But if that's the case, that will be planning. That's,
first of all,
an advanced planning. But
even regular birthday dinners, it'd be let's send the menu, get an idea of what the range, what we're going to be spending. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a sporadic last minute freestyle. It'd be very intentional.
I don't believe in like people springing shit on you last minute. That's not fair.
Then that's different.
Yeah, that's something else.
But we're talking about, you knew this 4 months ago. You know this. You
didn't know this 4 months ago. You've been knowing me, and you know when my birthday is.
Yeah.
So if I tell you, okay, because I'm the type of person, I'm gonna plan a couple months in advance. I'm the type of person, I'm gonna let you know a couple months in advance. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this for my birthday. I'm thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
And I really don't see the big deal with inviting somebody to dinner and everybody paying for themselves and pitching in to pay for the birthday person. I don't know. Maybe that's just how I was raised. That's just the type of stuff I see go on. Yeah. I don't think it's horrible to treat the birthday person. Like, and then, they be like, oh, if you invite people out for dinner, you should be paying. I'm like, do that even make sense? But it's that person's special day. Shouldn't we be paying for them?
But you knew, it's not like it's a random outing. And even then, like, what? It's for my birthday. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, if you're gonna invite people somewhere, you should be paying.
And it's that, and then also if you have
my day,
now we extra, right? I think that's regular. I like it to be cohesive, and so does she. Mm-hmm. Having a what you call it? Like having people wear a certain color, or
yeah, I don't mind that. Oh, don't start that conversation. They all wants to do that. Nobody.
I don't look good in that color. I don't
like
wear that.
Today is not about you. Please.
It's one day
if your
out
friend
of the year.
asks you in a month or two in advance, okay, this is the theme. Maybe what can you wear this color? It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Y'all be making it seem like it's like so like y'all posing on your life and everything.
It's giving y'all just either it's not that deep to you, so it's like I don't give a fuck about your birthday either, or you hating it and you just mad, and it's like everything, whether it's I tell you to wear color, whether it's the menu, oh I don't want to eat here, it's always something, you're a hater, or or you just an op, all the above.
It's ridiculous.
It's
and
weird.
I feel like I take my birthday seriously.
So do I.
So if a friend don't take my shit like serious, like don't get me, like I understand like somebody may not be able to make it. You might have other things that's taking priority.
The funds might not be funded.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's okay. But every year is a problem. You have some kind of issue, some kind of reason you can't make it. Oh, I don't think you should have to do this. Oh,
that's too much. I don't want to wear that. I don't want to eat that. I don't like that.
At this point, like, are you a friend? Because I don't understand what's wrong with celebrating your friends. What's wrong with if your friend asks you to do something for a few hours, not even a day. It don't even be a day sometimes. If your friend asks you to do something for a few hours, I want you to wear something for a few hours. What's the big deal? I really don't get it. Like, y'all just be so mad and like, do y'all even give a fuck about y'all friends at all? Like, if my friend asks me to do something one day out the year, one day, it's 365 days. You go to a job, you clock into a job, you listen to a boss, a job tell you what to wear, a school tell you what to wear, all of that.
And this is your home.
And you follow all these rules and do all of these things. But when your friend asks you to do something and follow one rule or something for one day for a few hours, it's a problem.
Be weird for real. I don't got time.
That's strange to me
because it seems very black and white to me.
I could be bugging. Maybe I'm living in a fairy tale world where people give a fuck about people's birthdays. I don't know, but
I feel like we have a pretty healthy relationship. Has that ever been an issue?
It has not.
Okay. Y'all don't. It's something going on.
Y'all don't like your friends.
Y'all don't like your friends. Y'all not
my friend asked, and first off, and I feel like that also comes with empathy too. Because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, on a birthday, like I know how stressful it could be, like how getting ready and all of that could be real stressful. Like on a day like that, I'm doing my best not to be a bother. I'm not trying to stress my friend out with no extra, doing no extra. If I'm in her vicinity, in their vicinity, I'm gonna try to help and do what I can. I'm gonna shut the up, not add to the stress. Let's just get it done. Like
why that remind you like a wedding day?
Yeah, that's what it's like.
really.
But when it's your friend's special day or it's a day for them, like, you just want to be of help. You want to help. You want to help them have a good day. Like,
none of that.
But it's like, I guess y'all don't give a about that. Like, y'all don't care. I guess it's always something big, catastrophic happening on your friend's birthday where you just can't ever do anything that they ask, and it's just like a huge problem. Like, if you can't make it on a birthday trip, I get it. People have other priorities. You can't go to a super fancy restaurant. Okay. Might be too expensive for your budget. Get it. But hey, but sis, I can't make it here, but how about we meet up and I take you something? We go for coffee and cake somewhere, or let's meet up.
Or can I come to you and we hang out? You know, I got a card for you.
Or let me come over and cook you dinner, girl. Let's have a girl. Like, y'all just be so, like, just so
all or nothing, and just so nice, nasty.
And upset about like making somebody else's day happy. Birthdays are important to people, and I feel like if you love someone and you say you care about them, if something's important to them, even though it might not be that important to you for whatever reason, I think that you should give a people. Y'all be so selfish trying to love people the way you want to be loved, but that's not how you love people. You love people the way they receive love. To be loved, okay, so if your friend needs you to show up for them on their birthdays and for things that are important to them, things, you know, special days for them, that's something they need. If you can't never ever do that, it's always a problem. Every single year, you know, my birthday don't change. My birthday's the same day every year.
But it be given if you was sitting up in front of that nigga, you do everything.
And that be the kicker. Y'all be doing any and everything for fucking Jerome and Tyrone. But let your friend say, oh, girl, can you wear purple for my birthday? Oh, nobody want to wear purple and nobody got money to wear. Listen, if Jerome asks you to wear purple,
you'll be purple down.
Purple down. You and paint your room purple.
Paint your
fucking nails, purple nails, toes, panties,
all kind of purple
eyeshadow, shirts, bras, and all kind of
shit. And guess
lipstick,
what?
Eyeshadow.
You pay for all of it.
Yeah, and you pay for it too. All like purple. But let your friend ask you, oh, I don't like purple. I like pink. All of this. Like, y'all be doing too much. Like, y'all don't give a fuck about y'all friends. I don't like purple. I don't want what the fuck?
We laughing, but it's so real. I
can't wear purple. Purple don't look good on me. It don't go
It
don't go with the color of my car and my book bag. I can't wear purple.
Oh my God,
girl, you shut the up.
Don't nobody care. Listen, but see, you can sit at another table for all of that. You're not even invited no more. Come
because you gonna piss me off. I already be high strung on my birthday.
Definitely don't have time for none of the dumb.
Because I will curse you out today. I will. Definitely. And I won't care either. No hesitation. And I will feel justified because it's my day.
Definitely. So now clock that. But yes.
What's else? Speaking
of fake whack friends, I want to get into Gen Z and how I think Gen Z is lonely AF. Now, I have a few theories on how this came about, but why do you think Gen Z is in a lonely era right now?
I don't think Gen Z is lonely.
Why?
I think Gen Z is like the first generation in America, at least, or maybe even across the world, where like boundaries are very important to us. And I feel like with boundaries, a lot, you know, I mean, some people's boundaries could be a little excessive, but I feel like with boundaries come not dealing with people's shit. And I feel like when you are a person who stands on your boundaries and things that you're not going to do, things you're not going to accept, there could be a season in your life where you're just not around a lot of people.
This is true.
And it just comes down to like, is your boundaries and like what you want for yourself in your life, is that more important than being surrounded by people? And for a lot of us, that is the case. Like,
true.
And I don't fault nobody for that. As far as like friendships and things, I think there are some people who are lonely, but I think that could also just have to do with our social skills not being as developed as generations before us because of social media. And that just could be like an aspect of it. And when it comes to romantically, I think a lot of us are faced with the reality that we were sold a fairy tale. And when it comes to women, we're just not willing. I think we're more accepting of possibilities of being alone. And does that feel great all the time for some of us? Some of us, well, I mean, some of y'all get lonely, but I mean, I'm cool. You know, some of us are okay with the idea of maybe a romantic long-term partnership is not gonna happen because I'm not willing. That goes back to the boundaries. Like, I'm not willing to let certain shit slide, you know, and I'm not willing to settle now, or I will wait for as long as it takes to get what I want. Like, that's a lot of, and loneliness could come with that.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? That's a really good point. When I thought about it, I didn't even think about that, how having boundaries and standing on business does equate to isolation. And you do end up, you know, having errors where you just on your lonesome, and that's really okay. I mean, it is what it is, because I'd rather be in my solitude than deal with stuff I don't deserve. You know what I'm saying? But when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about it from like a place of after 2020. And I think that the forced isolation caused voluntary isolation. Like, people got very comfortable with being alone. And it just started to trickle into every other aspect when it comes to interacting with people. And that makes me think about also social media. That plays a huge part too. I mean, there's good aspects, but there's more. I think there's more bad than good, honestly. When it comes to like parasocial relationships, usually that isn't that referring to like a celebrity and fan.
Like you feeling like you know somebody more than like you actually do in real life.
But I feel like that can be. I have mutuals where I've never met them, never even probably heard their voice, and we go back and forth. You know, like support each other, like, share, comment, all kind of stuff. And I don't know them like that.
Like
having
rapport, almost relationships sometimes with people that you've never met.
That's so insane to me. And that's why when we go to social events and do things, nobody's interacting, nobody's talking. I think small talk goes a long way. I mean, just say, you know, I could just say like, girl, I love your outfit. Like, thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll get, you know, the stank faces. I don't really give a damn, because I feel like as a yapper, I need that. I need to interact with people. So I'll say something, I'll kiki with somebody I don't know from a can of paint. And you know, you never know, that could make someone's day. That could become a good friend of yours. You never know. But like, nobody's talking, and it feels crazy to me. Like, what are we doing?
And I can take it a step further. Like, I don't even feel like it always needs to be like a conversation. Like, I feel like even like when you go to like parties and stuff, like just interaction and like dancing and just smiling at each other.
You make eye contact with somebody, you like
like just acknowledging each other's presence. Like,
everybody's like I'm with my people. You're with your people.
Exactly.
Like, we got barricades in between us. It's weird.
Right. And I feel like in certain social settings, I don't know, I do have a resting bitch face, but I feel like
that's a New York thing,
I am aware of it, and I also feel like I always am conscious of like me being open. And when I say open, like not me looking around, me like
not standing, like
opening my energy, you know, to people, like looking around and seeing like, and I just feel like people are just so scared to like speak to each other. And we don't mean
look around and be like.
I feel like women do well with each other. Like, I feel like, you know, it don't take much for us to engage with each other. Like, we could just, bitch, I love your hat. Bitch, I love your outfit. Like,
or just
and
queer,
it could be a
queer
kiki.
people.
Yeah, like,
it's like,
but it's like, you know, it is definitely different now. And I could definitely say after 2020, I could see a big shift for sure. Just in social settings.
I feel like we would have reached this point eventually, but it definitely was expedited because of 2020. I think for sure. Like, I think 2019 because
it gave us a taste of like not having to interact with people.
Or feeling
to
like
get shit done.
You got access to everybody at your fingertips, but do you really? I don't think so. I feel like through a screen and in person is two completely different experiences to me personally. And the last thing, I think that, you know, there's no spaces for people to go outside of work and home. I mean, yeah, we got clubs, we got lounges, but y'all are in sections. Yeah, they're closing libraries. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no like malls aren't a thing. Like, like when I was in high school, them half a days we be in the mall just being like kids spaces. Just doing random shit. There's no third space. That's what it's called. There's
no Barnes and Nobles
hanging out,
sitting around in the Barnes and Nobles. No more, you know, cafes. I mean, everybody's just in their phone and their laptop. Like,
nobody's talking. It's sad.
And you really do have to go the extra mile if you want to enter community. Like, you know, you have to, you know, seek out those things.
But then you really have to seek out, because even when you do, you know, continue to socialize as a person that does that, it's like, looking at you like you crazy, like, oh my god, you're speaking to me, I don't know you.
Well, when I say seek it out, I mean, like, you know, joining like book clubs and certain things.
I know you meant just throughout your daily
you know, like, I mean, like, seeking out situations where you will be around like-minded people,
right?
Going to church, you know, that's one thing for people. Or volunteering, or you know, running community things, you know, stuff like that. You have to look for it. You know, it's not a lot of just like, you know, just being able to just be in a space and get to know people.
Yeah, but
like it used to be.
But we gotta. I know. We probably. I mean, as a person that does enjoy her solitude, I think that it would be good for us. You know, baby says, be mindful. You know, like, compliment somebody. Start with the little things. You know, smile at someone across the party. You know, don't be weird. Don't make eye contact and just have a blank stank face. Like, you know, smile. A little goes a long way, y'all. But
yes. All right, y'all. So let's get into Fashion Police.
I still want to call it that.
Best and worst looks of the week.
Yes.
All right. So there wasn't a whole lot of bad looks this week.
Yeah.
But
y'all didn't see that. Mind your business.
There were a lot of good looks, and I think my best dress is going to go to Miss. She's always been one of my people that I always bring up here as a best dress. Gonna go to Miss Jodie Turner Smith. She always eats down. She wore this blue look by Robert Wan to the EMAs, and she ate down. She looked amazing. She was
obsessed.
Love this.
What?
Love the gloves, the hat.
Oh my god. Yes, everything.
The headpiece.
Yum. The nails attached to the glove, the drape attached to the gloves going into the dress. This, what is that called again?
Train?
No, her hat.
Oh, brim.
Is that a cunty stiletto point icy?
Miss Julie
Lethal.
Toner.
Stop playing with
Miss Jodie Turner Smith. She rarely ever misses.
I've yet to see her miss.
Okay.
I don't know.
And
yes.
My worst look.
10s across the board.
My worst look is gonna go to a woman.
Okay.
Who's very sweet. She's a very sweet lady. But this dress seemed to be a little ill-fitted, and I really don't like it. Also.
Okay.
I don't like the super contrast in the denims. And my worst look is gonna go to Aisha Curry this week. I don't like the way this dress fit her in the bust area. I also am not a fan of her hairstyle with this dress either, and I don't like the super light denims with the black denim. It kind of looks very off to me. I do like the silhouette of the dress and the style, the overall design, but would I have put those denim colors together? No. And I think that the bust should have been a little bit bigger.
Now, as a denim girly who does the patchwork, I don't like the black and the blue. I feel like it should have been one or the other. Now, different shades of the blue could have worked. Different shades of black.
I think a darker denim could have worked in place of that light denim.
Yeah. I like the placement of the patchwork. I like, it's something going on here that's a little ill-fitted.
It's too small.
You know, like when you have like big girls, and they're like super like it's tight.
It looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, like they're pressing them down. They're not sitting. It's like a press up against tight squeeze. It should have been more of like a cup.
Yeah.
Like there should have been more seams and darts there. Yeah, but I do like the concept overall. But yeah, I don't like the drastically different colors. But she's stunning.
Yeah,
beautiful
woman. Yes.
But that's duh. But yeah, no. It's squeezing the girls.
Yeah, it just didn't.
And then even like in her hip area, it looked like she's like restricted as like like when you sit, like if she sits down, she probably gotta take her time. Like it's really tight. It's too tight.
Yeah.
No.
It didn't do it for me.
Yes.
Kaylin, best and worst.
So my best and worst. First, my best goes to Miss Chloe Bailey. This is very on brand for her. I feel like we've seen this from her before, but she just looks stunning. I love it. The black and the red.
Oh, she ate that shit.
I feel like we've seen stuff like this before though, but she
looks
amazing. Beautiful.
She looks amazing. I don't know if I've seen that from her before, but
or like sequence things, but I do. What are those like those super long fringes? Beautiful. She ate that.
Yeah, she ate that up. She definitely did.
Tens across the board.
Tens across the board.
And I love an updo from her. That's my favorite.
It was the black and red combo. This silhouette looks amazing on her.
The body is always.
She always looks good in red and black. She always looks good in those colors. And I love it when she just wears her natural hair for the most part.
Yeah, we love an updo.
That's my favorite. I love when she just does her natural hair. It's my favorite. A lot of the girls look better with their natural hair.
Yeah,
that's the kicker. That's
the simple. That's
the cheat code. Your own hair.
The simple updo or the shortcut goes a long way. Less is more. Yes. But yeah, she looks stunning. I like the minimal jewelry. Like it didn't need a chain. You know, simple earring.
I totally forgot about that look. She looked amazing.
Stunning. Ate that down.
Down.
I wish I could see the shoes, but I'm gagged. I don't need to. Now for my work, I was a little on the fence about this. Like I feel like it could have ate, but it's just a lot going on. Miss Rita Ora for the MTV Music Awards. It looks like hair or ostrich feather. If it was placed better, it looked like they just put it everywhere. And I don't like the hair. The hair just looks like very like off day regular. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's not my favorite Rita Ora look, and I'm not feeling that hair either.
I feel like it could have did a little something, but something's off. Yeah. I don't like it.
Agreed.
But yes, that
is it for our best and worst. And thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you all enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel because we are in this every other week. Well, every week. And don't forget to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Protect the PUNAN Pod. And don't forget to follow our personal accounts. I'm at Taylor Corinne. Business page 10,000 Moons.
Business page comes from Alicia K. Personal Kaylin Alicia.
Yes. And I'm also at Taylor Corinne on YouTube as well. I have my own YouTube channel.
Yes. Get in tune.
But that's
a wrap. And we out this